for the bottom beautiful August 12th, 2025. First things first, let me know your thoughts on today's new episode down below. What did y'all think? Did y'all like it? How do y'all feel? I mean, honestly, not too much happened. It's just a continuation of yesterday's episode. I don't understand why they can't just put this in one episode so we can move it along. But I had already read the spoilers this morning because I wanted to see when we was going to see the Brooke Ridge Taylor storyline. Because if you seen the promo, then you know that Taylor was saying, that ring's not coming off us. So I wanted to know, what led her to say that. Did he tell her that he told Brooke that, basically they was going to be together and all this other stuff and apologizing and all this other stuff or something like that? Man, we won't find out till tomorrow. I said the one time we want to see these folks, they don't want to show it. But yeah, it was just a continuation of yesterday's episode. But how I was going to start this off, it was something I was going to ask y'all about. Let me see. I was just going to mention the fact that Lee and Sheila over here acting like, Luna just, she just in the hospital. She just recovering and stuff like that, like it's normal or something. I said, y'all going to jail. I said, Lee, you going to jail just like your granddaughter going to jail. And then I said, okay, y'all over here, Sheila over here telling her, your grandma's a hero. You're never going to be alone again. I'm going to give you everything you want. I said, okay, Dumb and Dumber. Okay, Dumb and Dumber. When you tell this lady that she gonna have to leave town because the police still gonna be after her, or she gonna have to keep a low profile, which they can't do. She definitely can't do. She already over here fantasizing about Will. When you tell her that she gotta leave town, I'm assuming they're gonna tell her that. I'm assuming they're going to tell her that she gonna have to leave town or whatever. When you tell her that and she says that she ain't going nowhere, what y'all gonna do then? What are y'all gonna do then when she says she's not leaving town? Because obviously she's still fixated on Will. And I still think he want her. And they said on the spoiler, that, what did they say? Electra actually gives in. They take their relationship to the next step. Excuse me. They're supposed to take their relationship to the next step. Y'all know what that means. They finna sleep together. And I said, no, don't do it. It's a trick. It's a trap. Don't fall for it. But yeah, okay. And so let's talk about it. Then I'm gonna ask y'all if y'all seen that interview. I posted it on the little post tab, the little community tab up on my YouTube channel or whatever, that the original Taylor the original Taylor, she did an interview and she was talking about how she quit or why she quit. Then she said something about she had been fired. She was suggesting that they do new storylines. Did y'all see that interview? But yeah, she was saying how, she went to them saying, she felt like they should do a different storyline because she's tired of the same old thing. And they didn't want to do it. And I said, we could tell they didn't want to do it. We definitely can't. But I was kind of confused by the interview because I don't know if she was saying she was fired twice or what. I was kind of confused by that. But yeah, she was saying how she went to, I think his name Bill. I don't know, y'all. And allegedly, I should have said allegedly first, huh? But yeah, allegedly, the reason they got rid of her is because she wanted to do something differently and she didn't want to do the same old storylines or whatever. And that's when they hired her. She said it was her friend, allegedly, Krista. You remember the last one they got fired? Yeah. But let's dive into the review, though. So Lee, Sheila, Luna. So Luna woke up or whatever, and that's when they was talking. Sheila and Lee just happy and just over here just surrounding her with love and giving her love and all this other stuff. I said, oh, y'all going to jail. I don't know if Sheila would be implicated or anything like that, but Lee, you going to jail just like your granddaughter going to jail. Then they talking about Sheila was just saying how she gonna give her all this stuff and all this other stuff. I said, it'll be different. It'll be one thing if, this was her second chance. She done had a second chance. She had a second chance, lady. What's wrong with y'all two? Hold on. But yeah, Sheila and Lee was just happy that Luna was away. They was talking to her. Electra and Ivy was talking about Luna's death being a relief, and it's so many people that's relieved. I said they gonna be disappointed. Soon as Steffi get back, I don't know how long maternity leave lasts or whatever, but I'm assuming she about to come back soon. And I feel like they did this all wrong. Now, I had already heard people saying that she's supposed to be coming back, that Luna's supposed to be coming back in September and stuff like that. But I said, we didn't even get to see how Finn really felt. They didn't actually show him expressing how he felt. Not really, anyways. Katie and Will was talking about Brooke, the fact that Brooke almost died and she's recovering. Eric said she's just, getting rest and stuff like that, but we ain't seen it. That's the one thing they should be showing. Any other day, they want to show these folks 1,000 times. But yeah, talking about how she's recovering from the boat accident. They start talking about Liam and the fact that Dr. Buckingham saved him and stuff like that. Bill was upset. He doesn't care why Grace did what she did. He wants to call the police, and that's when they tell him that Finn already said, she was at the police station turning herself in. He ended up calling to verify, and he found out that she actually did turn herself in. What else? Let's see. Bill ends up saying how he's going to use his influence to make sure that Grace stays in prison for a long time. And I said, we know how you use your influence. We seen it with Luna. We seen it with Luna, sir. No, first technically we seen it with Sheila first, then we seen it with Luna. But yeah, he was talking about how he gonna use his influence to make sure she stay in jail for a long time. Liam was just talking about how he's relieved that he doesn't have a death sentence and stuff like that. And he was even like at one point trying to be understanding of why she did it. And Bill was like, that don't mean she get to use his child, to do it or whatever. And they was talking about getting the money back, but Bill was like he don't even care about that. He just glad that Leon's going to be okay. What else? Let me see. Will started to talk to his mama about Katie. He was just saying how he's crazy about Electra and stuff like that. Electra was talking to Ivy about, him being way ahead of her in regards to, sleeping together and stuff like that. She's still unsure. She's scared. She's not ready to. I said, stick to your first mind, girl. It's a trick. It's a trap. Because, look, Luna, I feel like I might be wrong. I don't know if they actually going to go with this storyline. But I always said he wanted the crazy girl, Luna. Then she over here at the end of the episode talking about some Will. I said, let it go, girl, let it go. She ain't done yet. She ain't learned nothing. Shoot her again. Shoot her again. She ain't learned nothing yet. Hold on. But let me see. Let's see where I stop it. Letra was talking about Will being ahead of her. Sheila tells Luna what happened, just telling her everything that happened, refreshing her memory and stuff like that. And I said, you don't need to tell her what happened. She was there. I said she was there. She know what happened. She know doggone well what happened. If she could recall her and Will kissing and all this other stuff, she know what she did. She know exactly what she did. Tell me some what, Steffi? Gonna mention Steffi. I don't know if she called out somebody else first or she called Steffi first, but either way go, she said Steffi name. That's when she was saying, Steffi's okay. And I was like, she know doggone well what happened. If she could sit up here and think about the kiss that they shared, she know what she did. She recalled that as well. But yeah, I was like, she be playing these people like it ain't nothing. I said, But yeah, Sheila was just telling Luna what happened. Like I said, she refreshes her memory. Liam grateful that he's still alive and he's not dying. Sheila tells Luna, what she did to her. And wait, what did I say? Oh, I think she was just saying she doing fine because Lee was concerned that she was gonna be telling her too much and it was gonna overwhelm her and stuff like that. She ended up showing the crazy girl her foot, her toes, and just making a joke about it. And Luna was just laughing and stuff like that. And I said, And that's when I said she remembered. She was there. She know doggone well she remember what happened. But yeah, let's see. Liam said that he didn't ever think that, he would shoot anybody or take a life. And he was just trying to protect Kelly mama. He was trying to protect Steffi. That's what he was telling Hope. And she was like, she understand. And they were just talking about the fact that Luna's dead and she can't hurt nobody no more. Sheila ends up telling Luna that she'll never have to go through life alone again. And that's when I was like, they acting like she just, she in the hospital. She recovering from something simple or whatever. She in the hospital recovering from being shot because she running around shooting people, whether it was an accident or not. And that's still up for debate because she wouldn't have had no weapon and she wasn't trying to shoot nobody. But yeah, they was just surrounding her acting like, she was just, she just sick and stuff like that. Just over here happy, smiling. I'm glad you okay. I'm glad you're recovering. I'm going to give you whatever you want. You'll never have to go through life alone. You got both of your grandmamas and all this other stuff. I said, okay. Now go and tell her that she going to have to leave town soon. That she going to have, once she get up out that bed or whatever, she going to have to leave town soon to see how she react. But yeah, Ivy ends up telling Rachel that it's her body, her choice. If she's not ready, then she's just not ready. But like I said, the spoiler said, if I'm not mistaken, that she's supposed to actually take it to the next step with this man. And I was like, I don't think that's going to be a good idea. Let me see what else. Oh, I forgot I wrote something on the back. What did it say? I think the last thing was that Luna thinking about Will. And once again, I was asking y'all if y'all seen the interview that I'm assuming that was the first lady that played Taylor. She did an interview. I think her name Hunter. She did an interview and she was just talking about, the reasons why she was fired. And at one point, if I'm not mistaken, she also said that she quit or whatever. They hired her friend. And she was saying how she think that they thought that would make her feel some type of way, but she wanted them to go with different storylines or whatever. And I was like, right, we all do. They ain't paying attention. It's like what I said before. They seen how people liked the whole love triangle thing back in the day, and they start trying to stick to it. They trying to stick to it. Apparently, they ain't reading these comments now because we tired of it. Excuse me. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the day and be safe.